Morning, YouTube.
Morning, YouTube.
Hopefully this is dark enough.
I don't think I've ever shown that off before.
There. Let's go. Come on.
There you go. There's my tat.
So we have my name in the middle. We have one sun on this side, and then the other sun is in the other heart.
Sorry, I just saw that and it's like somebody might be interested.
Sure, Tom. So, I'm sorry for the weird lighting. Robert took one of our lights in the other room, so this is what we have right now. Actually, hang on one second, okay? Hang on. Okay, that's a little bit better.
A little bit.
So Robert and I were talking this morning and discussing our financial woes, if you will.
Wonderful elevated stress.
Yeah. And we were talking about the fact that a lot of times when stress like that comes along, that my natural inclination is to... Actually, let me switch that around. So, the last couple of days, Robert and I have not been doing very well on the diet, on the way of eating, on the obvious plan.
Yep.
Sugar has definitely been a big factor there. Carbs have been a big factor.
Yep. And quantity, and mainly quantity and carbs in my bread and my... I have so much access to bread.
That's a rough one.
I mean,
especially if you're kind of off the wagon a little bit.
Yeah, yeah. So
it's not easy.
I mean, like yesterday I ate a big pizza sub, and you know.
Bread and all, huh?
Yep. Yep. And so...
So when that happens, a lot of times the failure that you feel in one aspect of your life tends to bleed into other areas of your life. And so we were discussing this morning the fact that it feels like that because we're failing in the area of weight loss, that we're financially struggling and not really exercising the self-control that we would normally have.
No.
And spending money we don't have.
No. And
a lot of times spending money we don't have on food-related stuff.
Yep. 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 Yeah,
So,
going and buying an extra 2 liter or getting something from a restaurant instead of just going home and cooking. And
or a convenience store.
Yeah, and so that stress level's like, okay, well, I'm going to take it easy today. I'm not going to force myself into a more stressful situation, so then I'm not going to take the extra effort to prepare what I should be eating, and then, you know, that escalates into, well, I spent some extra money, and now I've got some more stress, so.
Yeah, and then, you know, like what happened yesterday with the movie, and then not even being able to watch it after spending like $18 to pre-purchase this movie, and I'm like, seriously? So, yeah, it's just been an irritation and high frustration, and you know, like it or not, a lot of people that are food people,
that's a trigger.
Hardcore.
That's a serious trigger for comfort. I know that when I'm stressed out at work, I'm more likely to grab some macaroni and cheese or
Or chili pie. What?
Yeah, it's just the concept that when you're more stressed out, you look for a more relaxing or easier way to get your substance.
Something to bring endorphins.
Yeah.
Out.
And then we wind up, you know, at, we'll just go to a buffet and we can go through and pick out the meats and things, cheeses and stuff. And then once you're there, you're like, well, you know, a chicken fried steak, it's only a little bit of breading, and, you know, it scales up that way, you know. Well, you don't have any unsweet tea, well, just go ahead and give me some sweet tea. Or you don't have the diet soda I want, I'll just take a small Coke, you know.
Wow.
And it just, you know, those individual little insignificant things add up over the course of 3 or 4 days. And then you get on the scale and you're like, what happened?
How did this happen?
Yeah.
Well, hello. Did you eat anything you should have eaten? No. Okay.
And it's like, well, I only cheated with, you know, an extra 10 carbs per meal.
I did have 5 meals. But...
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Yeah. And not to mention the fact that, I decided to eat lunch early and had sugar with it. So just break the whole ketosis thing right off the bat.
Just don't even try
and
to
you're
get
craving
into
sugar or carbohydrates the rest of the day. And so, yeah, it's just, does anybody else feel like they step off the path a little bit and the next thing they know, they're in one of those death spirals?
Circling the drain.
Exactly.
Of hell. Got like a donut in one hand and like a sucker in the other hand. Something ridiculous,
Yep.
No healthy snacks at all anymore. Just eating shit. Just nothing but crap. Eating literally out of the convenience store.
Exactly. Or like the other day, or the last week when I bought the big can of honey roasted nuts because they were on sale and the mice love them. And the next thing I know, we're finishing off the can.
And I'm literally like down inside the can getting all of the sugar and like,
so yeah.
Damn psycho. Yeah. So this is us.
This is the dirty underbelly.
Of our true natures. Really kind of hideous.
So now you know how we got where we were to begin with.
Yeah.
And why keto's been such a blessing.
Well, and honestly, it's always such a scary thing to me every time I fall off the wagon because I'm like, if the wagon is so close and I can this easily just jump back into my old habits, I don't feel like I've learned a whole lot, and that freaks me out.
Yeah. It's very easy to fall into a previous mindset. It's like going to a family reunion, being around all your relatives. All of a sudden, you act like you're 15 again.
Stupid.
Yeah.
So, still obviously a ton of growth left to do for both of us, I think. And I got stuff done this weekend. I got like 6 loads of laundry done, and I even got them all folded up.
I don't feel like I got anything done, but it's not started my weekend.
Yeah, you're not weekending yet. I mowed the front lawn. I mowed about a third of the back lawn. We kept having to do other things. We had people that needed rides and little things like that, and I'm not complaining.
A leaky tire.
Yeah, that's the other thing is it's just financial stress is really a trigger for me to not give a flying flip about my food.
Yeah.
It makes me want to just go eat something completely inappropriate. And so, yeah, that's kind of what I did all weekend is I ate a lot of inappropriate stuff,
We thought we might stop and talk about it before we wind up at Krispy Kreme.
Somebody brought donuts Friday because that was the day we did the clean the street thing, and I was fine, but then it stayed there, and when I came into work Saturday morning, there was like 2 donuts left, or maybe it was Friday night. I can't remember when I did it, but I went over there and I opened that donut box and
Lusted longingly.
I stared at it. And then I pinched off some of the chocolate topping with sprinkles. And I ate a piece of chocolate topping with sprinkles. I could have started all of this.
No.
Could have been.
Well, that's, it's one of the things I wanted to mention. Yesterday, one of the people I work with, I've been making jelly rolls for people. We've discussed it. And, a lot of people eat it even though that's not on their diet.
Yeah.
Well, she took home some of the jelly rolls to her husband because we had leftovers. And he was just thoroughly impressed and wanted to do something nice for me. So they brought me a bag of popcorn and peanuts drizzled in a chocolate ganache. A whole pound bag. It was like, hey.
Was it in the shape of a carrot?
No.
It wasn't those bags?
Did
they make
one
it
of
at
the
home?
store-bought bags.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's
It was
just
pre-made mix.
Like, thanks.
Yeah.
You're a friend.
And I'm like, I really appreciate the fact.
If
that
somebody handed me that, seriously, that would have been a hard one because that I can literally taste it in my mouth, and that would have triggered the shit out of me.
Yeah. I'm gonna go into work and work right next to it. It's right next to my workstation, and it's in a resealable bag. She's like, just snack on it when you Don't eat it all.
I know you're dieting, so don't eat very much.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, you know, you are so sweet. I want to strangle you.
I literally want to pummel you with a blunt object right now.
So now I've got to figure out how I can pass this popcorn off to somebody else.
You know, all you have to do is open it up and be like, popcorn!
No,
Gross.
everybody knows it's mine. No, she made a big thing about, I got this for you in front of everybody else. And so I can't really just give it away. I can share it, but if I give it away, then I'm going to hurt somebody's feelings. And see, that's part of the problem.
Well, you know, that was thoughtless of her. But at the same time, stop making damn jelly rolls and people won't think you're eating sugar.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, you brought this on yourself. It's hard to feel sorry for you. Oh no, people are bringing me yummy desserts because I make yummy desserts.
See, the burdens we wear.
The burdens we wear.
Bear.
Oh, bear. Okay, well, that
The
makes
burdens
sense.
we wear. You know, can't help it.
You can. You have to.
Mary did something to me, you know, making all those donuts as a kid.
You're getting the
cake.
opportunity to remove these layers
Yeah.
of bad habits,
Look,
and instead you wallow in them.
Well,
we wallow in them.
well, a lot of my problem, and I'm not making excuses, but I just, like I said, I want to share the psychology there. For most of my life, baking has been stress relief.
It's
The
where you spend your
process
lovely time.
of spending the time to make something and bake it and make it is a big stress relief. And then sharing that with people is a bonding and stress relieving situation. So yeah, I'm in a kitchen, I've got all the ingredients, I can go make, you know, something that brings a smile to everybody's face and lowers my stress level. It's like, why would I not do this? And then the next day when I'm all sore and bloated and feeling the effects of wheat and sugar, I'm like, why did I even do that?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, it's one of those give and take things. So, yeah, I do get a lot of joy out of it. I really enjoy the looks on people's face when they just bite into something and they're like, I need a moment alone kind of attitude. But at the same time, am I just poisoning them and myself, you know?
Well, and you know, I was thinking about when you were talking that we just still so have sugar as a reward because it is so tasty.
Yep.
It's, you know, like you said, you know, I like to bring people joy. I like to, you know, and people don't react that same way when you make them a taco roll or, you know, something that is closer to our ability of staying on the diet.
Yeah, even that.
A salad is not something people get. Oh my
you know, I tried to get people excited about the chili salad.
No.
Everybody looks at me like I've lost my mind.
It's a little weird.
And I'm like, you know, you looked at me the same way when I was making a jelly roll. You just take a chance.
Take a chance. I'm the same man that made that jelly roll.
Yeah, exactly.
My taste buds have not changed.
So, anyway, there's our food and
our food confessional.
Yeah, food confessional and stress discussion.
Food confessional and fruit and sugar addict confessions.
Yeah, I once heard from a biochemist that said that if sugar was something that was discovered in the 80s or 90s, that it would have instantly been classified as a Schedule 1 narcotic.
Yeah.
Because not only of the addictive natures of it, but also the immense chemical change your body goes through once it's introduced. And so, yeah, so it's interesting, you know, it's kind of like alcohol. If somebody figured out how to brew things today, then it would probably take years for anybody to start getting access to alcohol. But because it's so part of our culture and it's been around so long, that we just see it as, you know, it's part of life. And that's the way we looked at processed sugars and things like that. It's just part of life. I mean, it's what we eat. But, you know, 3 or 4 generations ago, it's not so much what we ate.
And it was only on very, 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 very special occasions. You went to a special shop, 7 towns over.
Yeah.
On your vacation and brought back a little package of bonbons.
Like exactly.
Go to the corner store and buy 7 candy bars and eat them all.
Or
right
somebody
now.
actually, used the finest grain flour to make a cake out of the 50-pound bag of flour that they had for the one holiday where all the relatives shared it, as opposed to we go to Walmart and buy
every day.
Friggin' 4 cubic feet of sheet cake and take home.
It's so accessible, and I think, like you said, we don't treat it like the narcotic that it is.
Nope.
It's scary how much we don't.
Yeah.
And it does the same horrible things to your body that any other narcotic does.
Oh yeah. From somebody who's gone through withdrawal from a lot of different things.
Yeah.
For various reasons, from painkillers to recreational crap.
To cigarettes.
Sugar is about
intense.
as hard as cigarettes. It's intense.
You can feel it in your body.
Oh yeah.
And we're going to feel it this week because
you
we
get all
both
cranky
discussed.
and jonesing, and then you get that level of stress back up, and then once again you're looking at comfort food and a satiation of that irritation, and like I said, a donut will make you feel better for 5 minutes. And sometimes that's all you want. It's just let me feel better for 5 minutes. And but you've got to weigh the overall cost of what you're doing to your health and your body and your diet and your pocketbook.
So this week we are seriously discussing doing a full-on fast from sugar.
I've been trying to keep from saying it out loud because then I might actually have to do it, but I think I'm going to take at least one of my days off for a full water fast for at least one day. I may actually start documenting it myself for my channel and just kind of start with the fast because it is something that's highly beneficial, but somebody that's been through a long-term fast, it's not easy. It is a test of your willpower.
Yeah, it's not fun at all.
And, believe it or not, it gets easier as you go along.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize
that.
The first day or two is
it's
the
the
worst.
carbs and sugar cravings that you're getting rid of that are so intense.
Yeah. I think last time around day 3 to 5, I actually stopped being hungry for almost a week.
Yeah.
And just started flushing things out of my system, and I felt great right up, towards till the end when my body went through some other changes. And that's something I wanted to document and discuss.
What if we just had coffee for every meal?
The coffee still triggers a metabolic change, and I'm trying to get all of that out, kind of flush my kidneys and stuff.
Gotcha.
And because your kidneys and your liver still have to process the coffee, and that is going to slow down how much toxins you're able to remove from your bloodstream if you're adding them in as you go. So I'm not sure exactly how that would affect me, but
you ready to find out?
Well, I think I need to.
And I think starting on your day off is going to be your best option because trying to
I can stay home and not cook. I can't go to work and not cook.
Yeah, no.
And
be around food.
Yeah. And we'll see. We'll try it for a day and document it, and then see if I'm successful and how successful we're going to stretch that out to. Because I would also like to hit that 5 to 7 day mark.
Yeah.
To get some of that autophagy going, and see if we can maybe maybe grow some hair or tighten up some skin, loose skin.
I hear you.
And kind of experiment with this spaceship I get to operate while I'm here.
Yeah. Okay, so you heard it here first. We may be doing a full-on fast. I have to wait till after volleyball, which is tomorrow, and I'm willing to jump on the board on Wednesday.
So, now you guys get to see how much willpower we really have. Yeah. And we're going to be honest, and when I screw up, I'll let you know.
Yeah. All right. check y'all on the flip side. This is a long one. Later.